Hey guys, it's me, Miss Jaidynn Dior Fierce, and
her lovely, lovely drag daughter, Venus and Serena.
yes, don't she look sultry? But we'll talk about looks in a second. But guess what? It is that time of the week for another non-naked review of RuPaul's Drag Race
AllStars.
AllStars
2.
Before we get to the review of this week's episode, let's talk about today's looks. Now, if y'all notice, I'm not naked today because it'll be awkward to be naked with my daughter. That would be like weird.
Yeah, even though this is Tennessee, so maybe they wouldn't be that weird.
Well, maybe not. And today I'm giving you a good old misconstrued bob. Yes, with no lashes. It's called hashtag lazy drag.
I'm giving you like Ice Queen, Dominatrix,
AKA
Mermaid.
you're going to hell.
You can't go somewhere you don't believe in.
See, look, that's why she's going to hell.
Yeah.
You know what? Stay away from my things and stay away from my man. Mother does not play that. And today we are rocking what? Jaidynn's jewels. Yes.
In blue and black.
Yes, this is in blue and in black. And I'm so excited to debut this because this is my official design. For those of you who have been following me on Periscope during my jewelry making process, I told everybody about maybe a couple months ago, I was going to come out with 2 lines. I was going to come out with the regular Jaidynn's Jewels line and the Fierce line. And this is one of the first official designs for my Fierce line of Jaidynn's Jewels. Yep, that's right. You guys will be able to purchase these online in the very near future for an amazing price. Yes, do you like?
I am living.
Yes,
for
are
my
you
earrings.
living for your earrings, darling?
Living.
We're living for the earrings. So enough about us. Okay, maybe not enough about us. Okay, we are living. Let's talk about this week's episode. Episode 3. Is it 3 or 4?
4. It's episode 4.
Okay, episode 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race AllStars 2. Let's get started. So, this episode starts off where everybody is talking about last week's elimination. And who got eliminated last week?
Ginger
Minge, my sister from season 7, she got eliminated. Now, there was some controversy about Ginger's elimination because it was between Ginger and Katya. So, what did you feel about it? Who would you have sent home if you were in the same situation?
To be completely honest, I agree with Alyssa's decision. I do believe that consistency does matter. And, you know, Katya's been doing really well. And Ginger's just been kind of skating by. So, my opinion.
Well, I feel like, you know, that's the thing about Drag Race is it's not necessarily even about consistency. It's more about, well, if it was a pageant, it would be about consistency. However, on the show, you know, it's not about, you know, how good they do last week or the week before. It's either this episode, either you're going to slay it or
you're going home.
Either you're going home. So I actually kind of like that twist because I feel like it'll be a lot more predictable if everything worked like that. This week's maxi challenge is drag sequels. Now that means it's another acting challenge, which I probably would have went home this episode, right?
This is kind of reminiscent of, you know, RuPaul Stories, actually.
It was an acting challenge, and each team had to, they was assigned a full skit. So which skit would you have liked?
I would have totally loved the one that was making fun of Showgirls, the one that Fifi and Roxy did. Because I love that movie. It's one of the worst rated movies ever in history, but it's a lot of fun, and I would have liked to have my titties drooping down and playing the mom like Fifi did. You know, like how your titties are.
I would have loved to do the one with Katya and Detox, the zombies. Now, I don't watch a lot of movies. I never have. Girl, we was too broke to afford those back in the day. You know, and even to this day, I always fall asleep at the movie theaters.
It's true.
But I really do. I fell asleep once on a date at the movies, and I was just like...
when we saw Zoolander 2, this bitch was on her phone.
Right, not paying any attention. But out of all, the one I guess I could pay the most attention to was probably the zombie one, just because it was so kooky. And we got to see one of the pit crew members. He's so sweet.
Ooh,
the redhead. I forgot his name. How did I forget his name? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who do you think, who was your favorite out of everybody's acting? Who was your favorite?
Like just
As
person or group?
Well, I guess I could say your favorite actress out of all of the girls.
Oh, it was hands down Alaska.
Yeah,
in that
that's
final
what I
scene.
said. Now,
it was so twisted. I almost got scared.
Now, my favorite part about Alaska is when she first came in on that little hover around, and she made her little and what did she say when she
guess who's in a wheelchair now?
No, she said, guess who's in a wheelchair. Now I always laugh because I always make fun of when people like say words and they really have to accent the WH. Guess who's in a wheelchair now? Alaska has really been slaying these challenges with the acting. I mean, the Snatch game was by far my favorite, probably one of my favorite Snatch games in history. I just really lived for her whole gig that she had going on. So the girls who were having the most issues was Roxy and
Alyssa.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, see, I saw myself with probably Alyssa. I feel like I would have got that part and bombed that real good. Well, no, she said do-wah. That kind of reminds me of this old episode of SpongeBob. It's off subject, but it reminds me of this old episode of SpongeBob when he was like, Patrick was like, wee woo, wee woo. Sorry.
Leave it to this one to reference SpongeBob during the Drag Race review.
Well, I love SpongeBob.
You, Patrick?
I am, honey. I live in under a rock.
Alyssa, yeah, she was struggling, and seems like she always struggled in the acting challenges in season 5 too.
Yeah,
so I'm not really surprised.
I have a lot in common with her because I guess we are just showgirls, and we've been so used to like focusing on the show in itself. You don't really get into the acting challenges. I feel the same way about Roxy because Roxy once again is another showgirl / pageant girl. And it seems like most of the pageant girls can hardly ever get the acting down.
Kennedy did all right.
Yeah, Kennedy. I was just not about to say Kennedy slayed a lot of the acting challenges, and she's a big pageant girl too.
I do think though, not to cause some controversy. I mean, Fifi was like, "Girl, let's switch roles." I don't know. That kind of seemed a little bit of a setup. I think that was strategy.
Let's talk about Fifi O'Hara because she's been a lot of controversy here the past couple of episodes.
Right. I love Fifi. I think she's sickening, and she won me over coming dressed in as the Riddler, as a cosplayer myself. I think she's really nice, but when it comes to competition, she just kind of brings out a different side of her, you think?
Fifi Online has been defending herself a lot, and but it just seems like, just based off of looking at the screen, you would imagine that she might be a little bit cunty. But I mean, I've met her in person, and she was totally sweet and totally amazing. So
super laid back too.
Yeah, she was so laid back. I really liked Fifi when I met her.
And she's a cute boy.
She trying to be a lesbian. Yeah. It's okay because I'm a lesbian too. Yes, for the lesbian.
She's a lesbian, y'all. Lesbians.
I'm a lesbian now.
I think Fifi's just playing the game just like everyone else is playing the game, and she's actually a really, really sweet person. So if any of you out there get on her, please be nice. She's actually very, very sweet.
She is, but I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe when she gets in her competition mode, maybe she can be a little bit that way. I don't know, but girl, honey, it's good for TV though, honey. I love watching the drama unfold.
Me too. Everyone is done filming their scenes, and we get to the runway.
Yes, it's like probably my favorite part of RuPaul's Drag Race. We love the runway, darling. I have a segment called "Who Am I Living For and Who Am I Dying For?" And this week's theme is
2 looks in 1.
Yeah, so they had to do kind of like what Violet Chachki did on my season, how she came out of that sickening red and black plaid. She slayed that down. Who were you living for?
You know what? This may cause some controversy, but I don't care. My favorite was Alyssa's look. Now, here's why. Here's why. Was it two looks? No, but that dress with all those damn cameras, I'm sorry, that was creative.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Fifi did well, and I loved Roxy's reveal too, but when Alyssa came out in those cameras, and they all started flashing, I was like, and done.
I was living for Roxy Andrews. So I do feel like that her cover-up was similar to Violet's, how it was kind of crossed over. She had the belt, she had the hat. I kind of see some similarities. But however, like, I absolutely loved it. So for me, I was living for Roxy Andrews, and Venus and Serena was living
for Alyssa.
Yes, Alyssa Edwards. So congratulations, girls. Now, who are we dying for this episode?
Oh, that's kind of hard, because no one really had a bad runway. It was kind of like, okay, who's the best of the best? I guess the one that was the least to it was Katya for me.
Yeah, that was my pick. However, yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad.
No.
But it was just kind of like, And our special guest judge this week, I was in love with Nicole Scherzinger. My favorite song of hers is called Pua Kenny Kenny. Don't you want to catch me in my wet bikini? Nothing sweeter than my Pua.
My favorite song by her is Poison, because she goes,
I got that poison. I got that poison. Yes, honey, I love her. She's so sickening.
And she's a really good judge, too.
She's a really good judge, and she's gorgeous, too.
And we get to the judges' reveal, and they say that the top two are Alaska and Fifi. And it's Fifi's first time in the top this season.
Yes, and I'm so happy to see that she's a top.
And the bottoms this episode are Alyssa, Roxy, and Katya again.
I know. It sucks. They give my poor little sister a hard time.
They go back to the workroom, and another controversial moment from Fifi. You know, Alaska sits and talks to the bottom three. And Fifi's like, nope, I'm good. I don't have to. The third episode in a row that someone has changed outfits for the lip sync. Don't you wish you could have done that?
I wish I could have changed. I hope they carry that over for future thing. I wish they would let me change into my good old dance outfits, because my season, I made sure that I was wearing something down the runway that I could dance in. If that was the case, I could have got me some I could have walked down there with good old evening gowns and flowy stuff.
Speaking of lip syncing, we have, actually, not Alaska, Lil Pound Cake.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that really cool?
Okay, I loved Little Pound Cake. That was so cute and so creative.
But we have Lil Pound Cake versus Catwoman, because Fifi got into a nice, good old cat suit.
A good old cat suit, which is perfect for dancing in, honey. Where you go, it's gonna go. Their lip sync this week was Got to Be Real. Yeah.
Got to be.
I wish there was a more upbeat song, I guess, a more dance song. I would have loved to see Fifi like do a little bit more dancing, even though she's not like a huge dancing queen, but she knows how to move. Unfortunately, this week Alyssa went home.
Not Alyssa Edwards.
And I love her. I love Alyssa. She's one of my favorite Drag Race girls, like, of all time. Yes. I love her so much. And I was so sad to see her go home. But who said that she's going home? Because now the real juicy part, which this is kind of rude, so they let Fifi
go in.
Fifi would just sit there going in on the elimination.
They were letting Alyssa slide by. I was tired of hearing it. Her runway sucked. And then that nice good old two-way mirror.
Right, that light came on. It was like,
what would you have done if you would have seen them behind that mirror?
I think I would have busted out laughing. I would have been like, ooh, girl, you got caught. You got caught. Out of all the girls, who do you want to come back?
I want Tatiana.
Yep. I absolutely agree. I hope that Tatiana gets to come back next week, and I'm so excited to see it. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So we are Team Tatiana, because I do feel like Tatiana has grown so much in her drag since her season. Also, she was from an earlier season, and I feel like she does have a lot to show when it comes down to her drag and her aesthetic, and I feel like she has a lot to prove. So what do you guys think? Who do y'all want to see come back? Comment down below, because we love to read the comments.
We love comments.
So we want to see exactly who do y'all think should come back for next week's episode.
And according to the preview, person who comes back gets to knock someone out.
Oh. Oh, so you already know. So whoever eliminated that person.
Maybe they get to go home, which it's going to suck for Alaska because she eliminated 2 of them.
Oh. That is our review for this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, episode 4.
Of AllStars 2.
Yes, we had a good time watching it. I hope you guys did too. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow us on social media. You can follow us on Instagram at
Mayhem Mistress 17 #GothicNerd.
Yeah, she's the Gothic Nerd. And you can follow me on my Instagrams at Jaidynn Fierce, as well as Twitter. Do you have a Twitter?
I have a Twitter, but just follow me on Instagram.
Just follow her on Instagram because she don't post on her Twitters. And we will see you until next time. Hold on. You was like mouthing me.
Okay.
Hold on. And we will see you later. Until next time.
Bye.
And remember to work that puss.